Apparently, he asked for a pistol. Yes, that's the pistol. Oh, you should have paused there, producer, so we can see it.
The Deputy Minority Whip sought leave of the Speaker and the indulgence of the House to raise a matter.
Let's talk about wicked people. The Bible says, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away until
Baba Ghana is my YouTube channel. So and then your videos be a basa and a bina yebabo one. After OSP declare KEN OFORI-ATTA, the then finance minister, wanted no videos bebre no chego and send bebre na orokodo na za yebeta on the first no KEN OFORI-ATTA na okade nkofu bi bowura nifie wabra onye kwanpado nkofu bi abowura nifie na obandam no OSP obe declare no wanted no asmo kan de ni na ye setting because Mr. KEN OFORI-ATTA impede obe investigating intina or the settings no na one chel na videos ba out no kwa o mi na days there o ya mpada nkofu bowura nifie wabra onye kwanpado na assembly do parliament nkofu ayen hwehwem majority leader offering Mahama Ayariga honorable wabapa Mr. KEN OFORI-ATTA chew na opa ne chori na asemo kan de so obi feel there wabo ewura ni fie wabra onye kwanpado anipa kono nko court opa chori na asemo de kan wen ye bebo video na akire wabra nkofu ewura ni fie ye bebo dam video na akire na yenyim de OSP be declare Mr. KEN OFORI-ATTA wanted and fugitive. Na videos be record the ebisi we hunu wa ha ye bebo videos bi ankofo bi so carry the sense of Mr. KEN OFORI-ATTA e wo GN banker obu abana we twa do oy MPP abana we twa nkono ogun e na ankofo wo ye ho haircut na ade e ma sisi anwesika akwaka komu no yebebo dam video ni na bi mu atonizin the sense of Mr. KEN OFORI-ATTA konfo yen hwehwem wie no result obey an de nimpa onye edom ana nipa ku bi bowura Mr. KEN OFORI-ATTA fie no Mr. Richard Japa no yesoje ni ono no ni ombo Mr. KEN OFORI-ATTA fie me ma atase de damna hwehwem no ti dem obe ya me fakasa bebre intuitive wa so no ana me fa hawo no yankohwe videos no na yambra bo mo den be subscribe share na like amayan yes sir.
Apparently he asked for a pistol. Yes, that's the pistol. Oh, you should have paused there, producer, so we can see it. That's a pistol that he wielded. Richard Japa goes in there to collect a pistol. Yes, that's, yeah, you have it. And then we have a lot to talk about tonight. I'm guessing that we should just take out the break. We should get the break out of the way, and then we'll be discussing everything. That's Richard Japa now wielding his gun, climbing up to the first floor of the OFORI-ATTA's house. He just gets in and says he's come with national security. He goes to the vehicle, collects a gun. Now that's the family being marched out there. That's OFORI-ATTA's family. Richard Japa is actually walking them out of the house. That's Okatechi, one of OFORI-ATTA's sons, whom I know. That's Richard Japa goes to the family area. This is such a massive intruders act that it is so terribly degrading of any democracy. Look at Richard Japa, a man who has been released from the armed forces that they said that he was unfit to be an army officer, enters KEN OFORI-ATTA's house with national security people in black t-shirts wearing national security, no warrant. OSP denies involvement in the matter. Mahama Ayariga, the majority leader today, apologizes before Parliament, and we are coming to that Richard Japa ought not to have been there. Dr. Omanebo Ama says that the people who came there were from national security, so he doesn't know about it. Our Minister for Defense appointed a
Deputy Minority Whip sought leave of the Speaker and the indulgence of the House to raise a matter that he thought was of urgent public importance. He drew attention to a joint police-military entry into the private residence of the former Minister of Finance, Honorable KEN OFORI-ATTA. So, Speaker, it is true that the private residence of the former Minister of Finance was entered into by operatives of the military and the police led by the somebody who we believe works at the National Security Coordinator's Office. Mr. Speaker, his name is Mr. Jakwa. Mr. Speaker, we have investigated the matter, and we want to say and assure our fellow countrymen and our colleagues in this House that we have received assurances from the Office of the National Security Coordinator that it was not intended that that should happen, and that occurrence is most regrettable and unfortunate, and he wants to give this House his word and assurance that a thing like that should never happen again. Mr. Speaker, I have also spoken with the Minister of Interior, who has spoken with his IGP, and I've spoken with the Minister of Defense, and all of them give their assurance to this House that a thing like that will not happen again. And so, Mr. Speaker, let me indicate to my colleagues on the other side that this side of the House remain committed to ensuring that this country is reset, that its institutions function properly, that its officials act in accordance with the law, and that the rights and liberties of every citizen are upheld and protected under the regime of His Excellency.
Let's talk about wicked people. The Bible says, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away until they cause someone to fall. Verse 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. There are people like that on earth. Believe me, I'm not just trying to be negative. There are people who have chosen to partner with the devil to be wicked. An evil heart, it is called. There are wicked people in our world. There are wicked people around your organization. There are wicked people in church. There are wicked people in society.
We look after. We have young men who are begging us, buy me a car so I can drive a boat and feed my children. Who is going to do it for us? Somebody sitting in his beautiful office, in his white attire, holding the Bible in one hand. Our Bible too is here. Suffer the little children to come unto us. All these old people here have dependents. Some look after grandchildren. Some look after their parents. Some look after their siblings. Where is the compassion in this? Where is the compassion in this? That I have had to pull these two girls out of school today to come and demand what is theirs.
So therefore has